Hey everybody, welcome to Rebootleggers. This is a comedy podcast where we come up with reboots for whatever the hell we want. I'm Scott.
I'm Frank. I didn't know we were doing this.
I thought I would try it.
Like introductions?
I'm Frank, and this wasn't run by me.
Like introductions? You do this every time.
But we didn't say our last names this time, and that really threw Frank off.
I'm used to waiting 2 more seconds.
And it doesn't take me 2 seconds to say my last name.
No, but like then there's a pause.
Yeah, but also in who's this third person?
And I'm Rebecca Frost.
Oh, whoa. She said her last name. Now I feel like we fucked up, Frank. Why did this is big news. Big news, Frank. We're part of a network now.
Way to sell out, you guys.
Oh wait, what? This wasn't run by me either.
Turns out that's why Rebecca's been here. She's been vetting us to see if we've got what it takes.
Yeah, that is exactly why.
Surprise, she's a network rep from the Hello Sweetie podcast network, which is legitimately a wonderful little network of a bunch of other geeky fun shows that we're so happy to be a part of. And I hope we don't let you down, Rebecca. The pressure is on my body.
Ooh, hoofa doofa. Why you gotta say it like that?
I was gonna say shoulders, but they're part of my body, and I was like, what if it's also on my legs? I didn't want to list all the places where I'm feeling the pressure.
Okay, just scribbling down some notes to get back to the headquarters.
Here's a real thing that's actually been happening to me is for the past few days in the morning while I'm showering, I've noticed my left eye has started twitching pretty aggressively. This is 100% true. I'm not doing a bit. And today I only realized it started twitching after I thought about how we're supposed to say that we're on a network now. And I don't know what that says about how I feel about this transition, but I thought I was
stressed out.
I thought I was excited about it, but my eye apparently is losing its mind. It's not doing it now though, which is good. I think maybe because I just did it. We finally got it out the way.
Just because it's over now.
It's over now. But so
it's like how going to the dentist is the worst thing in the world, but then once you're there, it's like
No, once I'm there, it's still the worst thing in the world, because...
Welcome to Dentist Talk.
If you couldn't tell, listeners, by this point, Rebecca's going to be around for a while now, because
I live here.
She lives in the show purely in audio form, which is one of the weird things that we learned after we started. Rebecca is made of sound.
Yeah, I don't have like what you humans call a body.
If there's not a podcast hosting her, do you die?
Yeah. If I'm not on a podcast, I slip away into oblivion.
That sounds rough, but also like kind of exciting. No pressure on us. Just we got to keep this going until
I'm like a shark. If I stop podcasting, I'll die.
I didn't know sharks could podcast.
Well, the sharks, they can't stop swimming.
The ocean is podcast.
But like, what if
Ocean is podcast, Frank?
Ocean is podcast. The ocean is podcast. We're gonna reboot Sailor Moon today because it just seems right. It just seems like we're ready for it. Sailor Moon. This is the second time you've done that, and I'm not familiar enough. Is that the theme song?
Isn't it?
I don't.
Is it? I just thought it was like a theme song I haven't heard.
I'm gonna look it up real quick.
Maybe I just added the Sailor Moon. I tend to do this thing with like theme songs where I'll add in the name of the show to the music.
How else would you know what show you're watching?
Yeah.
Every show's got to announce itself.
That's why Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is the best theme song.
Yeah, because it goes doo 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 doo. Oh no! But then that's the theme song. But then when she's transforming, it goes and then I think I add in the Sailor Moon.
I want somebody to just go edit some Sailor Moon clips to be Rebecca doing the songs instead of the actual songs happening.
So that's a free sample for anyone.
It's just a free sample.
We do have to eventually start our show, but
No,
I'm
it
gonna
actually
point
says
out.
Sailor Moon in it, you assholes. It's like this whole chorus. It's like, ooh, Sailor Moon, do, do, do.
So this is good. It's fine, Frank, because we got Rebecca's. She's gonna send me her isolated audio, so I will be releasing just
And then we will
clips of Rebecca doing Sailor Moon.
Yeah, subscribe to our Patreon
Yes. Oh, that's how you get it.
For exclusive.
Yeah, we got to start making
Acapella.
money off of this.
Acapella Sailor Moon.
Acapella Sailor Moon. We could do. All right, let's put a pin in that because I like this. Rebecca, you want to give us just a real quick rundown of Sailor Moon since you're the resident Sailor Moon expert here.
Yeah, so Sailor Moon stars a young girl named Usagi Takano. I think that's her last name. Anyway, her first name is Usagi, and she's the most relatable person on the planet because she's hungry all the time, she's tired all the time, and she's boy crazy. And then one day, she meets a talking cat, and talking cat is like, powers, and she's like, what? And then there's all these villains who are trying, their like main goal is energy, like people energy.
Yeah.
And so then Sailor Moon is like, but Sailor Moon never actually does any of the fighting. This guy always swoops in and saves the day, as a man should. And then later on down the line, Sailor Moon meets all of her sailor friends.
How long does it take for her to meet her sailor friends?
A long time. It's ridiculous.
Is it like she picks them up one by one?
So I started watching Sailor Moon Crystal, which is where they kind of redid the show but removed a bunch of filler. And it's like, knowing that they like speed this up a ton. She goes and recruits Sailor Mercury in episode 2. Like right away, her cat is like, "Hey, you got to go find the other ladies." And then she's like, "Okay." Also, Tuxedo Mask doesn't do any fighting. Sailor Moon kills everybody in this show.
Oh, I gotta move to Sailor Moon Crystal. So like in the original, there's already a Sailor Guardian named Sailor V, and she's like a pop culture figure. And then Sailor Moon comes around, and she and Sailor V never meet up, which, like, in my mind, I'm like, that should be the first thing that you guys do, is you find the other Sailor Guardians.
So in Crystal, Luna tells Usagi, Luna's the cat, tells Usagi, you need to help us find our missing princess. Is that not Sailor V? Because I was assuming that was Sailor V, and that's why they never met up.
Not at all. Fun twist. Sailor Moon is the missing princess.
What? How is she the missing? Wait, okay, so also a princess of what? Where are they from?
The moon.
The moon?
The moon.
They
The Moon
live on
Kingdom.
the moon. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, the bad guys are from the moon?
No, the good guys are from the moon. So there's a
good
whole
guys are from
kingdom.
the
There's a
moon.
whole kingdom world on the moon. But then the evil people that are like on Earth and like taking all the people energy, they heckin' destroyed like the moon kingdom, right? And in order to protect the princess and all of her like warrior friends, they wiped their memory, put them on Earth, and they have grown up as people. And then as time has gone on, like it is the cat's duties to find the missing Sailor Guardians.
This sounds like Power Rangers as told by from Rita Repulsa's perspective, where she's like, no, the moon people are good. We're sending our guys down there to fight the evil Earth people, and we're sailors. Do they sail?
No, that's just
It's an affectation.
yeah.
Okay. Well,
They decided that sailors were the best kind of warrior that Earth had at the time.
Because they can defy the water with their
Yeah.
boats.
doesn't Sailor Mercury have water powers? Can you run me through the sailors for any scrub who might not know?
Yeah, Sailor Mercury is the smart one. She gets like a fun computer.
Oh.
And then there's Sailor Mars. She's the hot temper. She's got the hot head.
Oh, because Mars.
Yeah.
And
then
she's red?
she's red,
Okay.
and her whole deal is like fire, right?
Nah,
Sailor Mercury, her whole deal is bubbles.
Is bubbles. Okay.
and she's blue. Okay.
And then there's Sailor Jupiter,
My
who's
favorite.
like, she's the best. She's smart, but she's also like hung up on her ex.
Oh,
That's all she ever talks about. And then there's Sailor V, who's Sailor Venus, who's found by. So there's two cats, right? There's Luna and there's Artemis. And Artemis like went out and found Sailor V, but then for some reason didn't think to call Luna and be like, "Hey, I found this one."
So Sailor Venus has been operating on her own for a while, and then they finally do meet up, and it turns out she's not even the main sailor.
Correct, yeah.
How devastated do you think she was when she met Sailor Moon?
I think she was actually, like, pretty thrilled.
Oh, she's like, oh, thank God, this isn't on me anymore.
Like, I didn't want to do this job for that long.
So what's Jupiter's elemental power?
I mean, it's got to be air, right?
Let's find out.
Let's find out together. Electricity, hell yeah, that's why she's the best.
But then there's also this guy who, like, so they're always, they always go and they try to fight the bad guys, but then they're always getting their shit pushed in. And so who shows up? A Tuxedo Mask. And Tuxedo Mask always shows up, and he's just like, I did it. And a lot of the Sailor Guardians are like, oh my God, we love him.
Now, I guess we're getting spoilery, but according to Wikipedia, Tuxedo Mask has a special psychic connection to Usagi, allowing him to sense when she is in danger.
Because do you want me to like spoil
Is he a
the
moon
whole
man?
thing?
Yeah, we're rebooting it. We got to know the whole thing.
His name. Okay, so on the moon, Sailor Moon Usagi is really Princess Serenity.
Okay.
And the love of her life is Prince Endymion, who is Tuxedo Mask.
Oh, Moon Prince.
But he's also got like a fake memory, so he doesn't remember any of his time on the moon. So he's just like this annoying guy on Earth, and Usagi's like, oh my God, I fucking hate this guy. But I love Tuxedo Mask. And then later you find out they are like soulmates.
Isn't Tuxedo Mask also, isn't he like kind of trying to be a criminal? He's like trying to be a jewel thief or something? Or am I misremembering? I thought he was like trying to be a bad guy but failing.
No.
Okay.
No. I could see why you would think that because of his mask.
Oh yeah, only bad guys wear masks.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking. Sailor Venus is apparently light manipulation, so that's cool. Which is, I guess, is that illusions or is that like energy beams?
That's another really great question.
We get to decide. Here's the thing. Does anybody know what Shadow Galactica is? Because that's apparently one of her affiliations in the manga, and it sounds evil.
Shadow Galactica.
Shadow Galactica is the
final
the group of
antagonists.
enemies in the final story arc. Yeah.
They
Sailor
are the
Venus
antagonists.
Potential. Did she used to be evil? Oh man.
They steal star seeds, the source of all sentient life, from planets in the universe.
Damn. Now I thought, aren't there also a Sailor
I'm sorry, Sailor
Neptune?
Heavy Metal Papillon?
What? Come again?
Sailor Heavy Metal Papillon.
Papillon. She's like a butterfly person.
Heavy Metal.
Did you just write her a theme song? Is that what just happened?
I'm trying to play that song Heavy Metal.
Oh, I gotcha.
Heavy Metal.
I like your heavy metal voice. Is like if
Song.
like a grandma was remembering.
Shut up. Oh, it's Sammy Hagar. I'm a doy. Okay, hold on.
Frank, our show has taken such a weird pivot since we joined a network. Now it's just
a musical.
now it's just Rebecca doing sound. We have rebooted The Matrix as a rock opera. We could do a Sailor Moon musical.
One of our best episodes to this day.
One of my favorite episodes ever. Okay, so there's a sailor. Is there a sailor for every planet and also our moon?
Yes.
There is a Pluto too, because it was back in the day.
There's a Uranus.
Aye.
Roasted.
And she's in a committed relationship with Sailor Neptune, am I right?
Sailor Lesbianums.
Yeah. Sailor Pluto looks like, oh, she's got green hair. She's guardian of the space-time door. That sounds like a big
What is that like? What was that meeting like? Is like I'm water, I'm electricity, I'm space time, all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think we're getting a little too. So this is further than I've gotten in the series.
Okay, we're getting into the weeds, the sailor
you're
weeds.
you're getting further in than I'm caught up to.
So it's like a monster of the week thing where do the evil Earth monsters live? Like in the core or just
like
around?
underground, really.
Okay. And who's their
The
leader?
evil people
Do
are
we know?
from Earth or also from the moon?
They're from
Texas.
Or like a third.
If I had known, I would have to do so much goddamn research before doing this episode.
You've done a lot more research than either Frank or I on every other episode we've done, so I'm kind of surprised.
Of just 1 week, I would like a break. Just 1 week.
Fair. I mean, they're probably just from like North Dakota.
That's just the root of all evil.
Okay, so the Dark Kingdom.
It's gotta be like the planet Grebulon, right?
Or Transylvania, like where Dracula's from. Did that get you, buddy?
I just like we see like the villains of this series, and they're just getting their orders from Dracula. But he like can't be bothered to fight them, so he's just like, go.
Okay, here's the thing, you guys. So, snorts. Are we done snorting around?
Just power through, Rebecca.
Okay.
Go.
So God damn both of you. So the bad guys of like the first arc are from the Dark Kingdom, but truly the Dark Kingdom. So way back when, they're led by the queen named Queen Beryl. And
Beryl.
Beryl, yeah, after the mineral.
Spelling is extremely important in an audio format. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Instead of like a Donkey Kong barrel.
So she is in love with Prince Endymion, right? But if
Gotta
you
be.
remember what I told you earlier, Prince Endymion and Princess Serenity are like in it, right? So she gets all pissy and then mobilizes Earth in a war against the Moon Kingdom.
Over love, huh?
So when they got their memories wiped, they also get like their age turned back to teenagers, or did all this happen like before they turned 15?
It was kind of weird. So you know the concept of reincarnation?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so they're not actually they're reborn.
They're reborn, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Let's get into our first segment then. Let's start the reboot. This is called Love It or Leave It.
Love me or leave me or let me be lonely.
We're going to talk about what we want to keep and what we want to get rid of. Frank, give me one of each. Give me a keep and get rid of.
We got to keep the whole planets thing, right?
Yeah.
And I guess we got to get rid of Pluto. It's just not allowed anymore.
But Pluto's still there. It's just not a planet.
But the government says, Scott.
The moon's not a planet either.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. Moon's not a planet, and she gets to be the main sailor.
Maybe we upgrade the moon.
You want to upgrade the moon to planet?
It seems like the moon earned it.
You want to make the
What
moon
has
a...
Pluto
You
done
think
for
the
us?
moon has done enough work to earn the status of a planet?
The moon doesn't orbit the sun.
I mean, technically it kind of does.
Yeah, but like, what has Pluto done for us?
Pluto's got literally sends us love with... It's got a heart on it.
What?
I don't know enough about Pluto to dispute that.
Have you not seen those super high-res pictures of Pluto we got like a couple years ago where like Pluto has like this heart-shaped area on it and everyone made all these memes of like Pluto trying to tell us it loves us because we hate it now?
Humans are weird, right? Like, we try to anthropomorphize everything.
Everything. But also like it's not blue, which for some reason in my head Pluto should always be blue because it's cold, I guess, because it's really far away. Anyway, I think it's because of the magic school bus. That's why.
When he takes his helmet off and he turns
and then he becomes
into
the
ice?
ice boy. Arnold, you fucking idiot. All right, Rebecca, what do you want to keep and get rid of?
Well, hold on. My
Yeah.
very educated mother made us 9...
Past.
What? Made us 9 what, Frank?
Made us 9.
Let me just look up the new solar system mnemonic.
It's probably my very educated mother just made us nachos.
How do you like the one from the 50s, which is men very easily make jugs serve useful needs, perhaps?
What?
That's not even like a cohesive sentence.
It's like a drunk person coming up with a one of them things.
With the nachos.
My very energetic mother jumps skateboards under Nana's patio, kicks ass.
Whoa.
My very efficient memory just stores up 9 planets. All right, fucker. That's just some dork in science class.
Rebecca, I don't know if you knew this ahead of time, but the actual proposed new mnemonic is just served us nachos.
Oh my god, is it really?
Yeah.
I should work for the government.
Here's another one. This is for the 8 planets. My violent evil mother just scared us nuts.
Aw, nuts.
Many very educated men just screwed up nature. That one's good. Many very educated men justify stealing unique 9th. This is a different podcast.
Welcome to our acronym podcast.
Mary's virgin explanation made Joseph suspect upstairs neighbor.
What?
Sassy.
Anyway, what do you want to keep and get rid of, Rebecca? What's
I want to keep them talking cats.
keep them talking cats.
But I would love to get rid of Tuxedo Max coming in and saving the day all the damn time.
Yeah, I would. I think that's the right thing to do.
Or if you're drunk watching it like me, you call him Tuxedo Max.
Tuxedo Max, who is just I think he's
just a rootin' tootin' kind of guy.
I think he's a rollerblading elephant. Cause Tuxedo Frank, cause tusks. Cause Frank Tuxedo. Frank, he's got Tuxedos.
Mosquito.
Tusk Frank.
Yeah, no, I'm reading it.
See, I say Tuxedo and I think of like a mosquito.
Oh, but when you sent it to me, you spelled it with a K and not a Q-U-I.
No, I know, but like when you say it out loud, it sounds like mosquito.
I just sent it to you just to see how it looked. I like it spelled with a Q-U-I a lot.
This just makes me want Mexican food.
This is a microwavable after school dish. For sure.
Did your mom get Tuxedo Maxes?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly right.
It sounds like we found our company sponsor.
Oh, Tuxedo Max.
Devin, does your mom have any Tuxedos?
No, man, we only get Tuxedo Max. It's the rebrand. Have we ever added new things in this segment, or do new things get added later? Because there's a thing I want to add, and you guys already know what it is, but I don't know if I do that this segment or next segment.
I think it's the next one. I think
Okay.
this
Yeah,
one.
it's the
This
next
one is
one.
mostly just where we kind of kill a lot of time.
Yeah. So what I want to
Yeah, this
keep,
is where we kill a lot of time.
what I want to keep is so at least in Sailor Moon Crystal, I don't know if this is how it works in. So in every anime, you shout your attack. You just gotta. But in Crystal, at least, Luna the cat instructs Usagi that in order to use her powers, she has to shout them. Like, she's got her tiara boomerang, and she can't just throw her tiara. She specifically tells her, touch your tiara and shout Moon Tiara Boomerang.
Yeah.
So I want to keep that requirement. You have to shout your attack, otherwise you can't do it. Because then it becomes like, if you can't shout, you can't fight kind of thing. Like, it adds an interesting limitation.
Oh, and also
on
like
fighting.
the bad guys, they can only say their name.
Like a Pokemon?
Kind of, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, like they only like so there's the bad guys who are like in charge of everything, but then like they send their evil henchmen people, and they're kind of like Pokemon in that they only say like their names.
Oh, that is not in Crystal at all. But yeah, okay, we'll keep Pokemon. I like that. And then I want to get rid of I don't know enough about this. Frank already got rid of Pluto. I don't want to get rid of anything. That's where we're going on that. Okay, let's go into our next segment called When and Where. Right? Yeah. And this is where we talk about setting and genre. And this is also the segment that I always forget what it's called and what it's about. I don't know why it's this one, but it's this one. So
It is the whole purpose of the show.
The original show it is in Japan, right? It's not like a unknown place.
No, yeah, it's in Tokyo.
In Tokyo in the 90s. Where's our new show and when? And is it still an anime? This is important. We can make it whatever we want. We could make it a sitcom. We could make it like
claymation in South Dakota in the 70s.
Ugh.
Okay, what if we made it claymation in space?
In the
50s.
past. Yeah.
But like not even on Earth, like just nothing.
Like
Well, there's
Earth. Like what is Earth?
But then whose moon is she sailing?
Yeah, there's no Sailor
of?
Earth.
It's
Yep.
the 1950s on Grebulon, which happens to look like our 2019.
Hour 20.
In
1950.
in Tokyo.
Grebulon. Tokyo. Grebulon. I don't know. Is that where we're? So it sounds like we want to just make it in the same setting functionally.
We can even keep it in the 90s because that might be fun. We were just talking
The
about
90s
the Backstreet Boys before we started recording.
Oh, we were. The 90s could be fun. Cause like, what was the 90s even?
Like they all
Oh,
have
we're
water
gonna get into
cameras.
it.
90s kids will remember. Are you guys 90s kids? Are you like 90s kids TM?
Technically.
Does that mean you grew up in the 90s or you were born in the 90s?
I grew up in the 90s.
Okay.
Any person who tweets about being a 90s kid becomes a 90s kid.
Oh.
90s
okay.
kid is really just a state of mind.
Yeah.
Right. Because
You
feel
can
like...
be a 90s kid if you just believe.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I grew up in the 90s, but because of, the restrictions put on what content I could consume by my parents, I don't have most of the cultural touchstones that most every other 90s kids have. Like, I'm aware of them, but, like, I didn't watch
What do you
Rocko's
feel
Modern
like
Life.
is the one that you missed out on the most? Like, what's the one that you're saddest about?
I think anything on Nickelodeon. That seems to be the biggest one for everybody.
It wasn't the
Nickelodeon.
Walkman.
I had a Talk Boy, actually.
They're very different things.
No, I know, but I had a Walkman, Frank, I think. I had tapes.
Did
but
you
there was
play
all,
tapes while in motion?
Yeah, but
You
all
probably
the
had
tapes
a walk.
I had a walk, man. I walked a specific way.
There we go.
Ah!
But so Sailor Moon's taking place in the 90s on Earth still, which is fine. We don't have to change that if we don't want to. What's the genre? Still in a magical girl anime, naturally.
Yeah, I feel like that's a winning formula.
Well, I think this is where it makes sense. Can we
Are you asking if you can say your thing? Your premeditated idea?
I'm just gonna say it. Can we just make them actual sailors, and can we make the show entirely about like learning the correct knots and sails and jibs and furls and stuff?
You probably can't make the entire thing about learning the correct knots, but it can definitely.
So,
Can we add
like a
many
like a
more
Moana?
boats?
Like a Moana style?
More like rich kid sailing team prep.
Oh, like not a navy.
No, not a navy. Like they're still like
So it's a
wearing
regatta.
sailor schoolgirl outfits, but they're regatta. Thank you.
Oh, and they're like in college in Connecticut?
They need to
Oh,
win the
yes.
Brindleton Club Summer Regatta.
Yes. Okay, here we go.
Now,
All right.
do they still have powers?
I think they still have powers.
Because
I just
only
think the powers
Mercury
are-
would have applicable powers.
Listen, they have powers in the way that Batman has powers, and Batman's true only power is money.
Yeah, but but we did say like they do have to shout attacks, so I guess maybe their attacks are now just like sailing techniques.
Starboard.
Now, this is gonna make it hard for us because I don't know how to sail.
Yeah, but we can fake it by looking up a list of sailing terms.
Jargon.
I got a glossary of nautical terms right here on Wikipedia.
I'm gonna Google salty sailing jargon.
so you
Sailing
can be like
terms everyone should know.
Which sailor is the salty one, Rebecca?
Oh, Mars,
Is that
definitely.
Mars, salty sailor Mars. Okay, is the jib on here? I just gotta make sure the jib.
Jib. Let's see. The next most common sail on any boat, the jib can always be found forward of the mast, and unlike the mainsail, does not have a boom.
There's also a jibe, guys. There's a jib and a jibe.
Jib
Oh,
jibe
there's-
and a bend
do you
you
want us
way
to
you
jab
gotta,
you about your jib jibe?
jibe and a bend you way you gotta.
What song is that?
Oh, I'm doing like jump jive and
Which one of them is the coxswain?
I'm sorry, the what?
The coxswain?
None of those here on my women-led Sailor Moon.
A coxswain is the steersman of a racing shell. Coxswain, a person in charge of a ship's boat. Wait, whoa. A ship's boat? I thought the ship was the boat. A ship has a boat?
Ship's boat. Ship's boats are utility boats, often hand paddled, stored inside of larger boats. Okay. So
Okay,
when the big
boats
cruise
on
boat
boats.
like drops the canoe off the side, that's a ship's boat.
So while this is just like fascinating podcast talk,
Yeah. You want to talk about the coxswain? The coxswain is just the person who drives. So here's the thing: do they are they all on one big boat together, or do they each have their own boat, or are they like in pairs on smaller boats? Like, how granular is the boat situation?
so
in
you
our
know
new
how
show?
like okay, so rowing teams, right? So like they got to put together a rowing team, and they have to find all the other sailors to build up their rowing team.
But that's rowers, not so we're doing sailors though instead of rowers, right?
What's the
Because they got to be
difference?
sailors.
What?
Well, because rowers row and sailors are on sailboats with sails. Rowboats don't have sails. They have oars. You don't do a lot of sailing in Utah, huh?
I don't. I just Googled sailing team, and the first thing to come up is meet Lil Yachty's sailing team.
Oh, no. We don't have to know about sailing to know how many boats they got. Are they a fleet? Or are they one boat?
Probably a fleet. Like, everybody's got their own special boat that adds to the battles.
And then it makes a Megazord.
Well, do we want to go Megazord?
Megazords aren't really the magical girl thing.
Or
Magical's-
you know those, like, sailing groups where they don't sail boats, but they sail, like, RC boats?
Like Stuart Little.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like hobbyists?
like Stuart Little. Yes, that's
Like a
the
Stuart
most
Little boat?
accessible. Don't think about or Google this at all. But do you remember Stuart Little? Huh?
That's a huge plot point in that movie, is that his brother has an RC boat in the race and the radio fails, so then Stuart goes out and sails it himself.
I know the plot of Stuart Little.
Don't come at me with the plot of Stuart Little. You think I don't know the plot of Stuart Little?
I'm just saying, don't come at me like that's an absurd way to get you to get what I'm saying.
What an RC
I thought what
boat
I was
is?
I thought that what I was saying got the point
Hey,
across just fine.
You guys have seen the Fast and Furious, right? With those things that they push to go. You know what I mean?
Like a car?
No, the thing from Fast and Furious, not that.
Fuck you both. I like maybe okay. What if it's like a Last Starfighter situation where they're really good at RC boats, but then it turns out the RC boat race is just a test.
The boats are them, yeah.
Oh, like an Ender's Game?
Wait, what did Frank say?
The boats are them the whole time.
They're the boats?
Well, like
a
the boats
Sixth
are like their
Sense?
souls.
Like a Sixth Sense?
They were the boats the whole time? I do
Like
not understand.
the boats
Frank.
represent themselves.
Like they black out and they go do boat adventures, and they wake up having no recollection of all the boat adventures they did.
But they do remember driving an RC boat?
No, but it's like when their boat wins, it's like they win.
Are you like a Pokemon battle situation?
Yeah, but like it matters. Like if the boat dies, they die.
My thing was just that the best RC boats, it's like episode 1, they are RC boat racers, and then because they're so good at RC boat racing, they get recruited to be in the real boat race.
From on the moon.
From on the moon.
Okay. Yeah.
Space boats.
No, I like that.
Oh, they're space boats for sure.
Yeah. This is shaping up. I'm good.
And they have solar sails, like in Treasure Planet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got our when and we got our where.
Let's go ahead and move on to characters and casting in our segment called Who Can It Be?
Can it be now?
And this is where we decide who's in it and what the cast is. So, I mean, obviously all the Sailor Scouts are in it, and then we'll cast each of them. And then I want who's our Usagi?
Do you think we can reunite the cast of the live action Sailor Moon?
That happened? What? There's a live action Sailor Moon?
Oh yeah.
Do you think we should get Scarlett Johansson?
Obviously. She's Asian.
Yeah. She's also a plant, I've learned.
A what?
She's a plant.
Yeah, can you elaborate like a little bit more?
In an interview that was released in some publication, she said, I should be allowed to play any person, plant, or animal, I think is what she said.
Okay.
Yeah, so she's come out as plant.
So going along that like same idea, we should
You wanna make her the cat?
no, we should whitewash all of the roles.
Okay.
So there's Scarlett Johansson, there's Emma Stone,
Yep. Anna Kendrick.
Anna Kendrick. In what?
I see. So we're grabbing everyone who did play someone in a whitewashing. I understand now. My mistake.
Are we gonna do? How about these are? And I don't know if this is gonna pan out. Normal Japanese high school girls that when they activate their powers become Scarlett Johansson or Emma Stone.
Oh my god. That makes it so much worse.
That does make it so much worse. I love it. We gotta keep it.
Okay. Oh, geez. Okay. What did Emma Stone whitewash?
The movie Aloha.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, Rooney Mara.
What was she?
She played Tiger Lily in Pan.
Oh, no. Wait, Pan?
Yeah, you know that real bad Peter Pan movie that came out?
All of them besides Hook?
Oh, damn.
Roasted alive.
Tilda Swinton.
Thanks, Rick. Oh, yeah, Tilda. She can be... Is she young enough to be a Sailor Scout?
Why not?
Just one of them is Tilda Swinton, who's like 20 years older than the rest of them for no reason.
It's Sailor
But
Jupiter.
only in sailor form.
Yeah.
Because this is gonna be like the Jumanji reboot now.
Yeah.
I did have a Scott. I know you were very excited to talk about who you wanted to play Tuxedo Mask,
Yeah.
and I have a counter to
Okay.
whatever it is that.
Well, so this was before I knew we were going to do the whitewashing thing. I really wanted Ben Schwartz in there.
Oh, that's very good.
I thought he would have been really good as like an annoying guy when he's not I keep almost saying Tuxedo Max.
I just lean into it.
Yep.
But yeah, because he could be Tuxedo Mask, like a cool suave guy when he's in the costume, but just like an annoying, obnoxious Jean-Ralphio when he's not. But also Jean-Ralphio is delightful anyway. I just think he'd be so good. I love Ben Schwartz so much. But who's your guy?
So in the show Sailor Moon, so the guy that like Usagi's always like so annoyed by, but also like is super in love with, is Tuxedo Mask, right? And then later on, like we all learn he's Tuxedo Mask, and it's a whole thing. And then in the second arc, this other hero comes along called the Moonlight Knight. And twist, it's still that guy. He just like projects, because like even if he's in the same room, like he just projects this like extra like protectory person. I don't really know how to like describe it.
He like summons an avatar?
Essentially, yeah.
Okay.
Whereas before when he was Tuxedo Mask, he was just changing into Tuxedo Mask.
Okay.
Oh, like he was just carrying a tuxedo in his backpack.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
he would like black out and then like turn into Tuxedo Mask. And
he doesn't know he's Tuxedo Mask.
no.
Oh, but he never questioned why he carried a tuxedo around in his backpack?
Hey,
he probably
listen.
didn't
These are all details that can be worked
Right.
out later.
Shh.
This is where we put the Sprouses,
Oh.
because you get one of them as Tuxedo Mask, but then you get the other one as the Moonlight Knight.
And then, okay. One of them is Tuxedo Mask. One of them is Moonlight Knight. Ben Schwartz is the regular human who's not aware that he's either of them.
There you
And-
go.
I want to build on this, Scott, because this is so good, that what you've just set up. When Ben Schwartz looks in the mirror, both Sprouses, one dressed as Moonlight Knight, one dressed as Tuxedo Mask, talk back to him.
Oh, very good. But are they are they standing next to each other, or are they overlaid on top of each other?
They probably have to stand next to each other.
No, like a
Or,
left
like, it
shoulder, right shoulder
changes.
kind of thing, like Angel Devil.
Yeah, like an angel
Yeah,
devil
yeah.
thing. Okay, this is very good. Oh, thank God! I'm glad we were able to get that to work, and that's just the kind of compromise and teamwork we here at Rebootleggers.com can bring to the network. Rebootleggers.com is not a URL that we own and even works.
Way to bring
Who
it up.
else? So, I think we got to assign the sailors, right? Like, we can't just list who we want. Also, Johnny Depp could be somewhere in this movie because he played a Native American Indian for some reason.
Yeah, can we just like not include him at all?
That's cool. I'm also cool with that. We could get Christian Bale, who played Moses. We could just make them random bad guys.
Like
Okay, so
they just-
BuzzFeed has from 2014, the Ultimate Sailor
There
Moon
we
fan
go.
cast.
Oh, no. But we've already... Okay, go ahead. What do we got?
So Sailor Moon is Mia Wasikowska.
Mm-hmm. Oh, these are our regular girls before they turn into the white ladies?
Well, I don't know.
We did kind of just accidentally commit to casting 16 characters, so...
This is going to be quite a budget.
Okay. Sailor Mercury is Adelaide Kane, who, let's see, she plays Queen Mary of Scots on Reign.
Okay.
Sailor-
Can you send me this link so I can see their pictures?
Definitely not.
Okay.
Sailor Mars is Arden Cho, who's on Teen Wolf.
Okay.
Sailor Jupiter is Zoe Dutch. Sailor Venus is Teresa Palmer. Sailor Mini Moon is Chloe Grace Moretz. Oh, okay.
Sorry, Sailor Mini Moon?
Yeah, there's a Sailor Mini Moon.
She's small?
Yeah, she's Sailor Moon's and Prince Endymion's child from the future.
What?
Oh, so just like Trunks just comes back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. Tuxedo Mask is Garrett Hedlund.
Oh, from, is he the Pacific Rim guy?
He's the Pacific Rim guy.
No, he's the Tron guy.
Who's the Pacific Rim guy?
I always get them confused, but they are two different guys.
Oh, boy.
Pacific Rim guy is Charlie Hunnam.
Oh, okay.
They look very similar.
There's this other character played by Ansel Elgort. Luna the cat.
The baby driver.
Luna the cat voiced by Helen Mirren.
Nick Piquet. Oh.
Jadeite played by Evan Peters, obviously.
Obviously.
Zoisite played by Dane DeHaan.
Who are these guys?
These are the bad guys. These are the bad guys from the Dark Kingdom. And then there's Nephrite played by Taylor Kitsch. Malachite played by Liam Hemsworth. Queen Beryl by Evan Rachel Wood.
Is this a prequel to Steven Universe?
It
I'm
could
sorry,
be.
because they're just all gems and minerals. Look at these boys.
Most fan casts are like, I like this one show. Let's put them in. Let's just map them over.
Well, no, Frank, I'm just talking about the actual characters' name. Like, all the bad guys are different gems and minerals.
Oh.
In the actual show. Helen Mirren as Luna is pretty good, though. Like, because here's the thing. At least in Sailor Moon Crystal, it felt weird to me that Luna is just voiced by, like, a young woman, and her voice is also, like, pretty similar to the Usagi voice, and it was just weird to me. I feel like Luna should be an old lady or a very deep-voiced man.
So on Reddit, somebody on Reddit was like, what's your Sailor Moon live-action Dreamcast? And someone says, I don't know if I'd want an American Sailor Moon movie, but I would approve of Lady Gaga as Sailor Venus.
Whoa. Okay, so I think we've got our cast, and everyone who is really paying attention knows who it is.
Yep.
Yep. Let's get into our final
And we
segment.
never need to repeat it.
Nope.
No,
You can just go back and listen, and you'll get it.
You'll get it. Let's talk about what's going on. Because this is where we talk about what's happening in this. So, is this a movie or is it still a TV show? It's still a show, right?
Oh, I thought we were gonna make a movie.
Okay, no, that's fine. I'm happy to do a movie about boats
Boat movie.
in space. Okay, boat movie. Frank, where do you good on movie, buddy? Boat movie. Are they still in middle school, or are we gonna make them like?
Well, no. So, I believe they're in college, right? Because they're on their collegiate regatta
boat sailing
team.
RC
Regatta.
boat sailing team, yeah.
Yeah, the RC regatta. Because they're dorks?
Well, so this is what we got to decide. Are they doing real big boats or are they doing RC boats?
I want them to do big boats.
Let's do
RC
big boats.
I want to do big boats because
boats.
that is rich kid shenanigans. Like I want
You
them
just
to
want
be
to
like,
see. You just want to see all the jib work.
I want. You know, Frank, when you get me, you get me. You know me too well. I want to see the jib work. I want to see how they cut the jib, how they
I like the cut of his jib.
how they swing the jib, and then how they boom tack the jib.
Is that like attack the block?
Well, I just saw that tacking is a vocab word, and then it turns out tacking is the opposite of jibbing. Which, as we all know, that's on me. That's on me. Okay, so they're are they still? They're still the reincarnated forms of Moon Princess warriors. Is this?
See, I wonder if we just abandon that altogether and just make it like a story about these college kids banding together to fight.
Who happen to have magical powers.
Banding
Boat
together
related.
to fight.
And their dorms allow cats.
And their dorms
Well,
allow
yeah.
cats.
Or do they live off campus? No, they gotta live in dorms.
They gotta
'cause there's
live on
8 of them.
campus.
Yeah.
How do you
Plus,
make it
that's how all
sexy
the
if they don't live on campus?
Right. It's got to be sexy. And do all the bad guys live on campus too? Are they like the college? Are they like
They're the college across the lake.
Oh, yes, across the lake. So good.
And their college is called Competing Summer Camp College.
Yeah. There's a term called a baggy wrinkle.
Go on.
A soft
gonna
covering
have to
for
Google
cables. A soft covering for cables or any other obstructions that prevents sail chafing from occurring.
That baggy wrinkle is
gotta stop
absolutely
saying
like a henchman. He's just like a weird little
Oh,
hunchy
baggy
guy.
wrinkle.
Yeah,
He's the one who like he's like creeping around, and then they
Yeah.
tell him like, get out of here, baggy wrinkle, and then he
Yeah.
goes back.
But he's always talking like this. You know, I'm a baggy winkle.
Oh God.
Yeah, that's the shit.
This girl bilged on her anchor.
Is that when she
Yeah.
got too drunk at the party? She bilged.
Yeah, a ship that has run upon her own anchor.
Oh, I forgot that all ships are girls for some reason.
Are they not?
Well, I mean,
Are their ships not?
I just forgot. I
Yeah,
thought
all
that
the ships are girls, but there's one called Yeah Boy.
Are that in the show?
Damn it. I just need a podcast episode of just Rebecca shooting out boat puns because I did see your you yada know on Twitter and that was very good.
Yeah, note to self. I'm gonna get a boat and name it You Yada Know.
You yada know. Cause Frank of the Avril Lavigne song, but like if it was
Nope,
about
nope.
boats.
Yeah, take that back. You want to try that one
I
more
meant,
time?
I meant Alanis.
You've ruined
I get them
Scott.
confused. I'm so sorry. They're both Canadian and their names start with A.
Is that the only criteria you need?
Frank, you've known me long enough where you should know it is very easy for me to get two people confused in my head.
I mean, the fact that you just called me James was a pretty good one.
I just called you James?
Oh, okay. Seize the day. SEAS.
Oh, like the ocean. Okay.
So what we give to the writer's room is a list of just dictionary nautical words with no definitions, and we tell them you need
The
to
writers-
use
I'd rather nautical.
8 of these per page. And just
Hey, don't krill my vibe.
do they all
Oh
wear
my
like
God, that's so
like
good.
t-shirts with like sassy boat sayings all the time, and we're like constant.
What are you doing?
That's just their jammies, Frank.
Yeah.
Like
But it's
I
just
feel
always
like-
it's like Frank's hat in 30 Rock. It's just always different.
yes. Yeah, that's very good. I feel like the rest of this episode is just going to be me and you actually doing the reboot
Fish shizzle.
while that happens.
Wait, what was it? What was that? What was the pun on that one?
So like
fish?
for shizzle.
Oh, fish.
But fish shizzle.
Okay. I
Fish shizzle.
accidentally heard it correctly.
That's okay, so these girls are the best. They're like the varsity boat team. They've still got their magical powers. I would like eventually them to acquire by some means a larger boat to put their boats inside of.
The masturbator.
Okay, yeah, yep.
Is that Tuxedo Mask's boat?
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Oh right. What kind of boat does he do? Does he have like a motorboat instead of like he's got a speedboat instead of a sailboat because he's different?
No, he's got a sick jet ski.
Yes. And he docks it.
But does he have one of the jet skis where you have to stand up and you don't get to sit down on them? Have you seen those?
Yeah, I have.
I feel like he'd have the money for a sit-down jet ski.
Peer
Yeah.
pressure.
And then, so what do they fight with? Do they
Fishful
like shoot?
thinking.
Do they have cannon? I guess they're just shooting magical attacks across their.
You know what you need?
What do I need?
A latitude adjustment.
Did they? So how did Frank walk me through? How does the magical? How does these when they're in conflict out on the lake? How does that? What does that look like? Are they doing a race? Are they doing a boat fight? Or is it just like a race where they're like shouting magical attacks and traps at each other?
Here's an insult. Ship for brains.
I think it's a race.
Okay.
Oh, I'm
But I think-
ship-faced.
I think it's like Shaolin Showdown, where like
Oh yes, they
The
enter like a
race-
pocket dimension.
yeah, the race is like its own thing in its own world, and whoever wins, like they come out of the end of the race, and the villain's like just like murdered.
Oh god, I love Shaolin Showdown so much.
Oh, sooner or later.
It's pronounced schooner.
Fuck. Hey, you guys.
Yeah.
What do you call the fastest sailboat in the world? Usain Boat.
God damn it.
Okay, I
I'm
don't
mad at the
think
pun, but I'm also mad that I didn't think of that.
I don't think I can handle any more boat puns. Can you?
Oh my fucking god.
Oh,
I hope Brock Wilbur listens to this episode because it'll kill him.
Okay, I'm done. I'm here to participate in the podcast. What are we doing?
Or you done?
Oh,
Oh my god.
Deck's a good one.
That's a pretty good one. Did you say Rudder are you doing?
I said, what are you doing?
Oh,
Rudder's
okay.
pretty
But
good,
Rudder's
too.
I'd rather use that one.
So we were deciding what the boat conflicts look like, and what we landed on was that it's like Shaolin Showdown, where you enter a pocket dimension where the boat race happens, and you shoot magic at each other, and then when the winner, what are they racing for, though, guys? What's
The silver crystal energy or whatever.
Yeah,
so
the
they're
silver
collecting
crystal.
crystals. Okay.
Because that's what they're doing,
Every
is they're
race-
collecting crystals.
Every race is a different crystal that they. So it's basically like they get an alert. There's a crystal out there, and then they go.
And it's
with
always
their
in a
boat.
body of water because the moon
Well-
the moon pulls the tides.
The moon pulls the tides. Oh, is this like a water world situation? No, it's real.
No.
It's just
Hey,
real,
there's
real
a
Earth.
term called footloose. If the foot of a sail is not secured properly, it's footloose, blowing around in the wind.
So
Just like Kevin
Footloose,
Bacon.
blowing around in the wind. Boat. It's a boat. Hey, there's another one on here called groggy. Drunk from having consumed a lot of grog.
Oh, what's grog again? Just like piss?
It's just piss. Don't answer. Please don't answer anything else.
Yep, just piss.
That sucks. Okay, so then I guess so are they all already aware of their magical powers in the beginning of this movie? Because I don't think we need to waste time on like
Yeah.
an origin story. Like they're already.
Or do they gotta go through like a Power Rangers type awakening where they're like, oh fuck, I guess we have these magic powers and now
they're
we
just all
have to
giving
do...
them at the.
What if 7 of them know and they're just showing the new girl around?
Oh, there we go.
Well, who's the Zordon then?
Hey, what if instead of a cat, it's a fish?
Ah, shit! It's got to be a fish.
Yeah.
What kind of fish?
Cod.
Dude, that's just is there a reason why, or is that just the first fish you thought
It's a
of?
tuna because the cat's name is Luna.
Ah,
Luna the tuna.
So what's the tuna's name?
Luna.
That's also yeah. I mean, I got that.
Does Luna have a moon on him somewhere?
Uh-huh.
Cool.
All of the
Okay, so-
scales. All of the scales are just little crescent moons.
Ah.
If someone could draw that, get that back to me.
And Luna the
let's
tuna
get
can
those.
like float over land, which is how he goes and talks to the girls.
Oh, he can. Are you talking like astral project, or he can actually fly?
Or there's a fun pelican friend who carries Luna around.
Oh, that's
In
the
its
other.
gullet.
That's Artemis.
That pelican
That's
would have to be
Artemis, yep.
huge though, because tunas get real big, don't they?
Pelicans got real big
This
jaws.
tuna doesn't have to be giant.
Hey guys, I've been thinking of a swordfish the whole time for some reason.
Also, it's Nick
It's in the
McKay
name,
now.
bud.
Yeah, I mean tuna's a cooler fish in general.
Well, no,
'Cause they get
swordfish. If we're
so
going to talk
big.
about the cooler fish, a swordfish is cooler. It's got a sword on its face.
Okay, that's true, but I just love how huge tunas can get. Like they get real big.
So can a swordfish.
How big can a swordfish get?
I don't know. How big can
Are we
it?
throwing down right now?
Okay, so they're just gonna do a bunch of boat races. Tuxedo Mask. Is this specifically a nautical school, or is it just a regular school that has a boat team?
What's the
Like,
difference?
well, is Usagi's major boat racing, or is she majoring in like political science?
If it's my girl Usagi, I'm gonna say she wants to be a chef because she loves food.
Oh yeah. Okay, so
But-
this school is culinary and regular.
But then this magical tuna comes up and is like, "Hey, girl, you actually are really good at this."
And she's like, whatever, I'm going to do both. Mm-hmm. And then she does both. Okay. Instead of like, here's the thing. In the original show, their magical items are like pens, I think.
They're
For some reason?
they're like staff wand kind of things.
In Crystal, Mercury gets her like magic changer thing. It's a pen that she wins from an arcade game.
Oh,
And
What?
Yeah, well, Luna rigs the arcade game to give it as a prize, but like, she
Oh.
doesn't reveal that until the end. And also, Usagi gets one, which lets her do something. Oh, it lets her shapeshift or like She makes herself look like a doctor.
yeah, she can take on the appearance of like. There's one episode in the OG one where she's like, "Turn me into a beautiful newscaster."
Bam. Does it change her whole appearance or just her clothes?
Her, like, it makes her look like she's not 13.
Right. Because she is 13 in the original. Okay, so I'm just wondering, are all of their new magical items boat related? Like, are we talking one of them swinging around a huge ass anchor, and another one's got like a harpoon gun, and another one, but they like it's magic, and another one's got
Boat
like
objects.
I want Sailor Jupiter to be swinging around an anchor as like a weapon because I think that it's cool.
Okay, so
'Cause it's huge.
whose is the life jacket?
I think that's Minnie Moon. She wears a life jacket because she sucks because she's a baby.
Okay.
She can't swim.
Okay, rope. Who gets the rope?
Venus gets the rope.
Okay, who gets the cooler full of beer?
Oh, that's gotta be Mars.
Okay, who gets a fishing pole?
I think Usagi gets the fishing pole because that's like the
It's like the main character.
yeah, that's like the main yeah.
Okay. Who gets the what's that word? Steering wheel?
Oh, the
You
The
know
helm? No.
that big steering wheel?
yeah. What is the word for that? Is it the helm?
I just thought it was like the wheel.
The wheel. I mean, the only one left.
steering wheel.
Okay. Who's the steeriest? I guess
The
Mercury
wheel
because
of
she's
a
like
ship.
The ship's
Mercury
wheel.
gets that.
Oh,
one.
it is also called the helm. It is also called the helm.
Is it huge and she wears it on her back, or is it small and she like throws it, or does she throw it and it's huge?
All of the above.
Okay, it can be any size. Okay.
A compass? Who gets the compass?
Nope. We already did Mercury. Uranus.
Oh, yep, that's good. That's good. Who gets the legal documentation?
Is this a checklist of things you need before you sail?
First aid kit. Who gets the first aid kit?
That's Neptune. I think Neptune's got the first aid kit.
Are we out of people yet?
And who has the proper permits?
30 cool boat accessories. Here we go.
Oh my god. Okay, so then
Let's be. We forgot. Yeah, Rudy gets the chalk, right?
Rudy gets the chalk. Thank you so much.
A drain
Frank,
plug?
for
Who
reminding
gets
me
the
about
drain
Chalk
plug?
Zone. A drain plug. These are all the bad guys' items now. There's a guy who
Okay.
uses
Drain
a drain
plug is a good name for a boat themed villain.
Who's the seasickness medication?
Dramamine.
Yep.
I mean, that's also just a villain.
Oh wait, dry box. That's the one that's
his
the
name
prude,
is Sea
right?
Legs.
Excuse me, dry box? There's a thing called dry box. Sea legs sounds like a G.I. Joe.
Yeah, that does.
Dry box is what's dry box, Rebecca?
It's a terrible disease.
It's whatever the prude uses.
Gr- Okay, so do we need to finish plotting the rest of this movie out, or is
A
that
smoke and fire alarm? Why would you need that on a boat?
in case your boat gets lit on fire and
You're-
your boat is big enough?
All you gotta
that
do is
can't
turn the
see
boat around.
fire?
You're on water.
Well, but you still like if you can put the fire out, then
Scott,
Oh,
Scott,
who gets the
Scott,
titanium
Scott.
spork?
I think they all have one because it's eating.
yeah, they've all
right?
got one.
No,
What do you What do you got for me, Frank?
Water can't catch on fire.
Yeah, you fucking idiot.
Fire can't go through doors. It's not ghosts. Okay, I think we need to wrap this up with our final food segment where we talk about what do our listeners eat while they watch this new Sailor Moon. And I thought we already mentioned a food at the beginning of this that they should be eating. I don't remember what it was.
What's like the sea equivalent of a pork bun?
What's the land equivalent of a pork
The
bun?
sea equivalent of a pork bun.
No, I know, but what's a pork bun?
It's
Is that
probably
a
just
pork
like
sandwich?
it's a pork,
shrimps, right?
It's a pork bun.
Is that like pork on a bun?
It's a.
No, like-
It's like. Have you ever had dim sum?
A dumpling.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Sorry.
Are you just just saying that so that you sound cool, or?
No, I genuinely was.
You were thinking of an American meat sandwich.
Yes, I was, and I'd never heard it called a pork bun because I forgot the dim sum version exists, even though I had dim sum like 3 weeks ago.
Have you?
I did. It was my first time ever having dim sum, and it was an incredible experience that I'll never forget. And I wish you wouldn't drag me so hard on my podcast.
Okay.
Okay, so the American equivalent of a pork bun, Frank,
I was just gonna say
A lobster
shrimp.
roll.
Lobster roll.
Oh, that sounds nice.
A cheddar biscuit.
Oh,
That was visceral.
Yeah. And what flavor of Mountain Dew?
the blue one.
Now, do you mean Mountain Dew Voltage or the current
Current, is that a water joke?
Half Mountain Dew, half salt water from the closest ocean.
I was going to ask if you meant Mountain Dew Liberty Brew, the patriotic red, white, and blue one that they made.
That one though.
Liberty Brew. It's you know what its flavor is?
Mountain Dew.
Its flavor is 50 different fruity flavors is what it says on the box.
Too many.
That is deceptive and wrong.
You're not wrong. That's gonna do it. This has been a very good reboot where the Sailor Moons are about sailing. And
Hey, did
if
you know
like,
there's a Mountain Dew wiki on fandom.com?
where do you think I'm on right now? MountainDew.fandom.com.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. You were trying to wrap up and I interrupted. I'm so sorry.
No. It's important that it's important that the people know that there is a Mountain Dew wiki because I've never mentioned it.
Yeah,
Because
and that
I
we
like
don't
to-
know all these flavors off the dome. We get help on this.
They made a goji citrus strawberry. You can get it at Sheetz.
Doubtful.
Hey guys, there's gas stations in my area called Come and Go.
Ugh.
Come is spelled K-U-M.
Oh, no.
And you can
That's
get Mountain Dew there
worse.
according to the wiki. Yeah, it's terrible.
so
it's
bad.
terrible.
That's worse.
It's terrible. Anyway, thanks everybody for listening. If you like the show, please give us a good rating and review on Apple Podcasts and subscribe. I think it's weird if you're listening and you haven't subscribed, but I guess that's the thing. So you should subscribe and tell your friends if you think they'd like the show. Also, check out any of the other cool shows on the Hello Sweetie Podcast Network, like Nighthawks or the Nerd Dome Podcast or Cinema Queens or The Box, which is the one that Rebecca's on regularly, I think. Until next time, I'm Scott Owen.
I'm Frank, because I thought we were not saying last names.
I'm Rebecca. Guess my last name.
And Frank and Rebecca, please provide the users our password for next episode.
Shining.
Buoy.